Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Squared Circle Jerks podcast. We're covering WWE this week once again, Raw, SmackDown 205, Mixed Match Challenge, and NXT. With me, as always, is my co-host, Byron.
Buenos dias.
And Byron, would you like to introduce our special guest that you've arranged for?
He is the man, the myth, the legend. On YouTube, he's known as the Coolnerd, and in the streets, his mama calls him Eric. That'd be Eric right there.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Coolnerd TV here checking in with you. I haven't said that in so long. It's nice to say it again.
I was gonna say, does the Coolnerd still exist on the YouTubes?
I have, I think, one video up from like maybe 3 years ago. Other than that, everything else is private.
Very nice.
Very nice, very nice. So, as per usual, we're going to roll through the Raw to the SmackDown to the Mixed Match to the 205 and the NXT. And we'll do this semi-linear fashion, but we can also jump around if need be.
Before we get into anything, I would like to note for the record that the Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks has been awarded 5 goddamn stars on my birthday.
I'm not sure if I would have given it 5 stars, but I would have gone 4 3/4 for sure.
Well, you'd be wrong.
Same thing. I wouldn't have given it 5 stars.
Well, it was my birthday, so it gets an extra bit.
Makes sense. I agree.
I'm not angry about it. It was a good match. It was a fantastic match. If you've not seen it, go see it.
Indeed.
It was one of, like, what I would say 3 can't-miss matches from that New Japan show. And speaking of, we go from speaking to must-see to, well, Raw. So let's get rolling here.
I'm going to be for real honest. I skipped a lot of this. There was just so much to not watch.
Yeah, me and Eric were talking about it before Byron got here, because he was the late one today. And we were talking about how
I see.
We were talking about how outside of NXT, the WWE stuff seemed very lacking in exclamation point, lacking in must-see factor.
Yeah, I can't remember how much stuff came on. I kind of watched the opening match. We got Mickie James versus Nia Jax. Sort of watched that. Sort of ignored my way through the tag match after that. Skipped the Asuka versus Jobber match because why bother? Watched Braun versus Sheamus. Kind of ignored the shit out of the Club versus the Miz Taraj. Although the promo, the actual promo stuff to get in there was pretty good. I didn't even know Elias versus Rhino happened. I must have skipped so hard. And Cena versus Kane, I don't remember at all.
You didn't miss anything. It made no sense. Finish was stupid.
I'm pretty sure I watched it. I just don't remember any of it.
We opened up with Heyman and Brock Lesnar, which, by the way, the entire make Brock Lesnar like the super heel for this thing, still not really working because he's getting a huge pop still.
Oh, it was massive face.
Yeah, I don't understand why people think he's ever going to be a heel at any point, especially against Roman Reigns. It makes no sense.
Well, the thing is, it's like we're going to make him a heel by having him do exactly the same thing that got him over.
Pretty much, you give me your same 5 moves. You give me your German suplexes, your bellies, and hit him with a chair. WWE still hasn't figured out that you are beating on Roman Reigns. It's like beating on John Cena. The fans will cheer for anything bad that happens to either one of those individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Basically, the update here was that Roman's suspension has been lifted, but he's still not here. So that's great. There was a bit of a thing about Roman not being a man. He wasn't raised to be a man. This is all good promo stuff, except that the dynamics of this feud just don't really work. It was working for a while. There was like 2 weeks there where I thought it was really working, and then the last 2 weeks, they've like undone almost everything that they wanted to do.
Yeah, well, I mean,
definitely.
Yeah, it was working great up until you had the guy beat up cops. What the fuck?
Not even cops. Like, the thing was he beat up U.S. Marshals.
U.S. Marshals.
It's like, oh yeah, we sent in a whole division of Marines, but somehow or other, even though he had both feet tied together and he had his arms removed, somehow he beat them all up. Oh, we don't get it.
Yeah. Anyways, we got We got Roman did come out to try to defend his honor, I suppose. And he does get the upper hand, pushing Brock into a ring post after he got flattened despite having a chair. That was pretty amusing. He wails on Brock with the chair. The announcers are going like he's in no condition to compete or whatever. And I'm just looking at him going, I'm not entirely certain what you're trying to sell me here with the tentative movements and stuff. Like, what is supposed to be injured on you?
I guess the commentators are trying to like push the point that, oh, maybe these chair shots aren't working on Brock because Roman Reigns is hurt.
Or maybe because Brock is a monster.
Yeah, it's pretty much, but it's like it makes no sense. I'm guessing, and I'm hoping this is not true, but I'm guessing since Roman Reigns is supposed to be turning heel after WrestleMania, I'm guessing Paul Heyman might turn on Brock again, which will pretty much be when he aligned with Big Show instead of Brock.
Yeah, because, that worked out great for Big Show.
I mean, I guess if you recycle the same storyline and you just do it every 10 years, it'll always work.
Maybe. That's probably true, yeah.
Totally. Brock ends up beating the fuck out of him, which steps in the chair, and Brock stands tall, Roman down. We move on to Nia Jax versus Mickie James. This was, I will say, okay, but some of the psychology here didn't really work. It seems like every time they have Nia Jax come out there to wrestle someone, even if it is someone that she has wrestled before, they have to do the lockup spot where the opponent gets overpowered and thrown off, and then they look shocked and stunned that this happened to them, despite the fact that it's happened to them before, and that they are wrestling someone who is legitimately 2 to 3 times as big as they are.
It is a mystery.
So, yeah.
Oh my God. It's so many ways that they can go with this Nia storyline, and they still haven't figured it out, which I'm guessing is just regular WWE writing. But you can do so much with this in terms of her and Alexa Bliss, and they're going the same route. Body shame or whatever, call her ugly or fat or whatever. It's the same thing over and over. Like, there's so many different ways that you can take the storyline.
The logic of this entire storyline has not made any sense to me. And to be clear, I don't even mean like Alexa Bliss body shaming or whatever. I just mean the actions in general. It's like, let's make the big monster girl even more angry at us so that she kills us.
Pretty much, like, you can't escape this match at WrestleMania. Like, now it makes no sense. Like, I'm guessing at the base of it, like with Nia Jax, it was pretty good because now you have the whole thing where she finds out that Alexa Bliss is not really her friend. That's good. It's just that everything after it, I don't feel like is going to be as good, and I don't know what to expect from that match now.
They have no idea how to follow up on any of this.
Well, the logical payoff is that you can only run as far as WrestleMania, and then you're going to get murdered, and then Nia Jax gets the title. So what they'll probably do is they'll probably have some sort of really dumb botched interference angle from Mickie James that makes no sense for Nia Jax to bite on. So she's either big, dumb, and ugly, or just big and dumb, or like, I don't know what the fuck. They'll probably basically do this the worst way possible. And then expect Alexa Bliss to somehow have some heat from this, which isn't happening so far.
It's also exceedingly sad that we have Mickie James on the roster. Let's turn her into Ric Flair from the Evolution days. That's the best we have for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could just put the title on her because she's clearly the best wrestler on your roster.
We had a quick Ronda promo, which I've always said I'm just not interested in this.
Less talking from Ronda. Please, less talking from Ronda.
This one.
Oh my gosh.
This one more focused on Stephanie and Triple H, but they were trying to make Stephanie into this like badass figure that she has never been.
Yeah, I don't understand. There's no way you could build Stephanie against Ronda. Like, I don't understand. Like, is Triple H going to get in the middle of the match and pedigree Ronda? Like, I don't know what's going to happen.
Maybe Triple H has went out for their anniversary and bought her one of those little tiny golden sandbox shovels. It's like, oh, here, now you can bury some people.
My personal favorite was Triple H in this promo going, "We don't have things handed to us. It has nothing to do with Steph being Vince's daughter. It has everything to do with Steph being Vince's daughter. What the hell is wrong with you?
They had a whole storyline about it. Like, this is the constant thing about them. Like, I don't get it.
I'm sorry, did somebody say McMahon-Helmsley era?
Oh, man.
Actually never happened. You just don't even think about any of that.
It didn't happen, just like Jericho's first title run.
Yeah, it'd be nice if, anything about Steph's career had led me to believe that she knew anything about running the business. Mm-hmm. But none of it does. So yeah, it is, because it is nepotism. Stop trying to claim it isn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is an aspect of that, but then again, they basically ran Shane out of the business because they wouldn't listen to him, and he's Vince's son.
That's because he disagrees. See, this is the magic thing. Stephanie agrees, at least to Vince's face anyways, with everything Vince wants to do. Yeah. Shane was the one that's like, no, that's dumb. That's not dumb. I'll run you out of the family business.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, why don't we do this? ECW's pretty cool. We should probably try and incorporate that into our stuff. No! As a matter of fact, we're going to job him out on TV. Hey, Vince, this fighting thing looks pretty hot. It might get really big one day. We could buy it for cheap right now. No, it'll never be anything. That's circus sideshow. That's carny stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. And then Shane decided to fucking leave because he's not appreciated. Then we moved on to Alexander and Ali versus Drew Gulak and TJP. And we had Drake Maverick on commentary. This was, short but smooth. I wish they kind of gave it more time. The faces went over because, you got to build up their match at Mania, so that makes sense. We're all good there. And, they teased some tension between them because it was kind of a blind tag deal that got Ali in there to hit the 054. I don't have a lot to say about this match. It was fine, but that was the best I could say for it. And with these 4 talents, you should be able to do more than fine.
Yeah, well, they gave him 4 minutes to work and no reason for the crowd to give a shit, so.
All of 205 Live, there's pretty much 4 minutes to work and the crowd not giving a shit about it.
Yep. It needs its own touring thing. It needs to not be... That needs to go in the day before the WWE hits town. Or go in the day before Raw and film something cool and get people hyped, and then people show up to Raw the next day hyped. You could even include it as part of the package of a ticket. Like if you bought a ticket to SmackDown or bought a ticket to Raw, you can go to the 205 Live show and go there for free, or go for a reduced price or something like that.
Or just let your talent play to their strengths, which I'm going to bring up later when we can talk about Mark Andrews.
Good old Rest Hold Andrews.
Mm-hmm. Then we had the Miz TV spot that you alluded to earlier. This was some good promo work, except that don't really buy Miz as a badass.
Miz is my favorite wrestler. I feel like you can never go wrong with Miz. I don't know why. I just feel like he's perfect at anything that he does. I feel like he can mess up, and I'm still going to be a fan of it.
Outside of the ring, I love the Miz. In the ring, not so much.
Yeah, that's my problem, is that when he works a match, he's Captain Super McSuper Softy, and nothing he does in the ring, there's nothing he does in the ring that I buy.
Yeah,
therefore, when he gets on the promo and says, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and this, that, and the other, like, yeah, but you can't do that. So I don't buy your promo, and I don't buy anything you do in the ring, and I don't buy anything that he does.
I don't know. I just feel like I feel like he's like the perfect, like he's just so conniving and so snaky. Like when he's in the ring, like everything looks very calculated, but it doesn't look like it's hidden. Like that's what I like about the Miz. It looks like he's trying really hard, but he's getting nowhere.
It's not really a reason to like it.
I don't know.
It's hilarious.
Well, he is semi-hilarious when he's doing promos because, again, I don't buy anything he's saying. I understand that he's supposed to be the delusional heel. I understand, but then every single heel in the WWE is delusional heel. They're never just evil for evil's sake. They're somehow confused about reality, and he legitimately thinks that he is an A-list superstar. Or he's trying to convince people that he believes that. But he's not. And then he says he's going to do stuff in the ring, and he can barely do it. So again, like it's a circular defeating thing where I don't get it and I don't buy it, and then I don't buy it because I don't know.
I think the problem largely is that you hit the nail kind of on the head, is that they're all delusional heels. Almost all the heels in WWE, excluding NXT, are delusional heels. That kind of lessens the specialness of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I've never been a Miz fan. I don't think I will ever be a Miz fan, but I can appreciate stuff like this. And I can appreciate the stuff that they did last year running up to WrestleMania, even though I know that John Cena was feeding him his lines and telling him what to say. And then crushing his fucking spirit and making him cry on camera.
That was amusing.
That's hilarious.
I enjoyed the Bo Dallas. He's a phony A-list celebrity that can't fight.
See, and that kind of encapsulates my whole opinion of Miz right there. It's like, thank you for speaking the truth.
And I did love Curtis Axel's look on his face when Miz is like, we should focus on me keeping my title. I am 34 days away from breaking the title. I am a greater champion than Randy Savage. And then he listed a couple others. And Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
Curtis Axel. Great selling of this.
I will murder you. No, I'm sorry. No. No. I think Curtis Axel could legitimately do horrible things to people if he wanted to.
Yeah.
He looks like it.
I think that's the other problem with the Miz Taraz storyline, is that Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel are are lackeys to lackey extent. Like, I've never seen two more harmless appearing individuals than those two. And that's why whenever they beat anyone up, it's even less believable.
Yeah, I liked it when they first got to be the Miztourage, though, because Dallas was like halfway towards being Axl Rose, and Curtis was, I don't know, I can't really describe what the heck he was. He was like some sort of like hired business thug or something. And they looked like they looked different, and they looked a little flashier, and they looked like they could really get the job done. And now they just kind of wear suits. Yeah,
they look like they were put together, like they were actually like a really good team. And now it's just like, oh, we got 1 and 2. It's like Stooge 1 and Stooge 2 led by the Miz.
Oh yeah, they're J&J security entirely at this point.
Yarp.
Anyways, Rollins and Balor ended up out here, and it was all a swerve so that they could beat up Rollins and Balor, and the club came down to make a save, and we're getting a Miz Taraz versus Club match later on. But, you know, beating the Miz Taraz does absolutely nothing for the club.
I was going to ask, do we believe that the club is ever going to actually have any real success in the WWE? Because what it's looking like is just like they're there. Like Finn Balor now looks like he is just there, and the club look like they're just there. And it seems like they won't keep them together. Like they won't say, all right, this is a stable, figure it out. Like it's just like, oh, well, there's 3 guys, which 2 are a tag team, and 1 is somebody who's connected to them by this, but we're not going to talk about it because we don't talk about the indie wrestling or whatever.
Yeah, it's like every 3 months they'll get 2 weeks of quality club action, and Vince has no idea that 50-50 booking doesn't get anybody over. I think this is a massive product of 50-50 booking and Vince not wanting to make money. Because, and I've brought this up on the podcast before, that all they have to do, don't do Bullet Club. You don't want Bullet Club. You don't want to associate with Bullet Club. You can't, you don't want any part of that. You've sent out cease and desist letters. You're that kind of asshole now. Cool. You own the intellectual property rights to the NWO. Just make them the new NWO. They wear black and white. They use initials as a thing. Just do that.
Yeah,
so we are the NWO resurrected. We're the new cool guys.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, you get Kevin Nash or Scott Hall or someone to give their blessing on that, and bam, you're in business.
Well, they already did that at Raw 25.
Well, I mean, like an official promo, perhaps. Just
I guess
even kick that off. But like, this could be done really, really easily.
But do you think WWE wants to make them like the new NWO, especially since I guess that would still be associated with Hogan, and I'm guessing they're still trying to move away from from Hogan.
I guess, but I mean, you could also just have Balor cut another promo saying, like, you know, the past is dead. We are the new thing. Fuck you. We're going to do what we want. And then that's pretty much over with. You just don't have Byron Saxton bring it the fuck up on commentary. Because he will.
Well, believe me, I have things to say about Byron Saxton later.
Yeah.
We got a Kane promo in here about some demons don't want to rest in peace. We got Asuka versus jobber Jamie Frost. She looks familiar to me for some reason. Don't know why. She got a promo before the match started, and she got a couple shots in and then got knocked out with a head kick. Matt Hardy is going to be entering the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, or
Wonderful.
the Wonder of the World number 8. I like that. That's good. And then we had some Bayley and Sasha Banks backstage stuff, which, this story is finally going somewhere, I guess?
Maybe.
I actually liked this promo. I thought it was actually pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good. I just feel like they've had this on simmer for so long that the meal's not really going to be any good.
Yeah, probably. I mean, are they even doing anything at WrestleMania? Are they in the Rumble?
I believe that. Yeah, Bayley said here that she's going in the Battle Royal, and Banks also said that as well. So they're going to be in the Battle Royal.
Okay, well, hopefully, you can't do anything in a Royal or the Unroyal Rumble. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I guess we'll just won't see a conclusion to this ever. They'll just keep kind of sniping at each other over their shoulder and then not helping each other, even though they'll be on the same team for the next 6 months.
Yeah. I think they wanted to turn Bayley heel or something, and they ended up getting rid of those plans for some reason.
That's possible.
It's a terrible idea to turn Bayley heel in a feud with Banks, because I think Banks makes a better heel than she does a face. Yeah. So, as much as I am down for maybe a Bayley heel turn at some point down the road, I think you have to do it against someone who really plays face well. And that's not Banks. Also, the whole way that they've led up to this doesn't really work with that, because they've had Banks be the bitch throughout this whole thing. She eliminated Bayley at the Rumble. She turned on Bayley at the Elimination Chamber. Like, outside of showing up with, like, a shotgun and shooting Sasha Banks, I don't really know if there's a reaction here that would be heelish, really, to that.
I mean, they can always go to Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn route. Like, that would be the easiest.
I guess. But yeah, anyways, they brawl. A random woman and some refs break it up. I also thought that the random woman looked familiar. Anyone know who that is?
I wasn't paying enough attention.
Yeah, me neither. I completely forgot who it was.
And then we had Ronnie the Strowman and Sheamus facing off.
Man, it's such a refreshing thing for them to have to give away their matches, their WrestleMania or pay-per-view matches in general, weeks before they actually are supposed to happen on the pay-per-view.
Well, with this one at least you have like the whole mystery partner still in play.
But, that doesn't have an effect whatsoever.
Yeah.
I honestly think Braun's going to be like, my mystery partner is these hands, and that's where it's going to go.
It's going to be a 3-on-2 match. Me, lefty and righty.
It's my tag team partner, left and right.
Right.
Lightning and thunder.
This was a pretty good little match. Braun winning with the power slam, tweaked his knee and throughout this, which kept the match kind of competitive.
Can we stop getting people tweaking their knees?
Yeah, it's a bit of an overdone spot at this point.
I think I've seen 6 tweaked knees in the last 2 weeks.
Well, they did it here, and they also did it with the Nia Jax match, where Mickie James was working the leg hard.
Yeah.
We get it. The knee is weak. Can we move on now? Like this kind of goes back to, they had Nakamura work with a injured leg for like 6 months in NXT. I couldn't get a quality match at a Nakamura because he kayfabe couldn't wrestle. Fuck.
We had Kurt Angle bring out Ronda Rousey. Absolution showed up. Absolution wanted Ronda to join them. She refused. This was fine, I guess. But it again...
Hated it.
Yeah,
Hated it so
Hated
much.
it.
Terrible, horrible. I need Ronda away from a mic. I just need her to smile and wave and try to make it to WrestleMania and destroy. Like she's the worst person to talk. She sounds like she hasn't found a voice yet. Even when they were doing the spots where she was supposed to take, like, I guess, reverse a punch, it like slowed down for a moment where everybody was stuck and didn't know what to do. I just hated the entire segment. Like, even like she botched I guess like a pump handle throw. Like
her pump handle throw on Dana Brooke 2 weeks ago was pretty painful to watch.
Yeah, it was. I don't know, but it ended well with the whole her having it in the armbar, and I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes, and Kurt having to stop it. But everything else to this was, I don't want to see Ronda Rousey talk. I just need to see her fight. Like, that's all I want. I need her to smile, let Kurt Angle do the talking, and just go from there. After WrestleMania, they have to figure it out.
It is really sad when we want the mouthpiece to be Kurt Angle.
Oh man, he botched the line pretty hardcore on the mixed match challenge.
Yeah.
What did he call? Is it like Bakiki Lynch or something like that?
Yeah, it was. I think. Something like that.
Yeah,
it was like Bosky Lynch or something.
Yeah,
Bosky Lynch.
It sounds like a good wrestler name right there, actually. Then we had the Club versus the Miztourage, which is a match that I could not care less about. Despite the fact that I believe all four of these guys can give me a good match, it's just I feel neither team is going anywhere, and that is sad.
Correct. I'm sort of on the fence between I want the Club to be the biggest thing in WWE, and I just want them to go back to Japan. Yeah, either one would be fine with me. Stop booking everybody 50-50 into oblivion.
Well, in this case, it's not even 50-50. These guys are actually two of the teams not booked 50-50. They're just booked into oblivion.
Yeah, or not on TV more than once a month.
Then we had the Elias deal. Rhino came out with Slater. Did they have a new theme, or is that theme always been there and I just haven't noticed it?
As far as I know, they've always ever used Slater's theme song.
No, this actually had a theme song for like both of them.
Weird.
Yeah.
And Rhino got squashed, got pinned after Drift Away, and Slater got a post-match Drift Away as well.
Braun's mystery partner confirmed?
I hope not, because that makes less sense than I'm used to it making.
No, that's why they're
saying something.
That's your wobbly bee booking. This doesn't make any sense, and it's absolutely the wrong thing to do, and it'll make us zero of the money. Do it.
Is Braun supposed to be face or heel, or is he in between? Like I don't.
He's a tweener at this point.
He's a tweener, probably. He's a face in this particular feud because he's against the Bar, but he's a tweener.
I guess. Like I don't know who the partner. Can we guess who the partner is? Like who do we think the partner is?
I think it's Elias.
Yeah, the general consensus is that it's Elias. There is a strong rumor that they're going to have Mysterio show up, even though he's injured, and just be there and not participate, and Braun will win anyway.
Yeah, I would be more in favor of that than Elias.
I'm hoping for some Kurt Hawkins action and then break the streak, and then he can be like the yappy little puppy dancing around Braun as they carry the titles.
He's the Martin Prince to Braun's Nelson Muntz.
Nelson Mandela?
What?
Muntz.
I don't know what that is.
Simpsons reference, sir. Jesus.
Yeah, I got it.
Is that a thing?
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Never heard of it. Is that Futurama spinoff?
Other way around.
What?
Then we had John Cena versus Kane in a no DQ match, and this was sad as shit.
Yeah, I don't remember anything about this match. I clearly watched it. It's 14 fucking minutes, and I didn't skip to the end of the thing for no reason. But I don't remember a single, was there a spot? This was a no DQ match, and I don't remember... I don't remember a cane, a chair, a table. I don't remember anything.
They had some use of the barricade, which was okay.
That's standard match.
Yeah. well, this was said okay.
If you have a heel in the match, he gets slammed into the barricade. They do that 9 times a night.
This was another barricade. Like this was like an indie style barricade that actually bent under Kane's weight.
Very New
yeah, there was some plunder, but like my notes literally read super tame plunder match. Cena looks okay, but Kane cannot fucking do anything anymore. Please stop putting him in matches.
Yeah, it's the last thing I want to see is extra Kane bumps.
The worst thing in this match was John Cena going for a choke slam on Kane, and Kane did not get up for it in any way, shape, or form.
Oh yeah, I have vague recollections of that.
And the finish was terrible too. I hate I'm gonna do the choke slam, jump over, and then goes right into the move. There was no kick, nothing. It's just like, I'm gonna pick you up. Like, why didn't Kane flip the table again?
Yeah. Anyways,
terrible.
Cena, rants about Taker not being there. He's like, It's a no DQ match. Come on, you coward. Come out here.
Oh, yeah. I remember that too now.
And I felt like that promo went too long. Like, I felt like that promo went way too long. It was like 4 minutes.
Yeah. I feel like I have a theory on that, and that is that the match was supposed to go longer, and Cena called an audible as like, this guy can't go. We're just going to end this match.
That's probably true.
Yeah, I was just like, why is this promo like 11 minutes long at the end? I'm like, I don't need this promo.
Yeah, no, did not need this promo at all. And that leads us on to SmackDown. I'm just going to throw out here, I may rant about Byron Saxton during our SmackDown breakdown.
That seems fair.
Do it, yeah.
Pissed me off to no end throughout the course of this 2 hours.
The dark match here was Ty Dillinger and Zack Ryder beating your boy, Mike Kanellis, and Mo Joseph Rawley.
It's good to see Mike Kanellis getting work.
Yerp.
We opened up with Randy Orton and Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal and Rusev because Sunil Singh
that guy got the biggest pop.
All the pops. Friggin' hell. Byron Saxton, faux pas number 1. He has no idea what the word momentum means. No idea.
Yeah, no idea.
You realize Bobby Roode has got all the momentum heading into this. What do you mean, Saxton? Rusev or Jinder Mahal has beaten both him and Randy Orton. Yeah, but Bobby Roode's a former U.S. champion. Jinder Mahal's a former WWE champion. What the hell is wrong with you?
Looking up for Bobby Roode according to Byron Saxton.
God damn it.
That boy's got problems.
God damn it, Saxton.
I'm still totally confused on what he's supposed to be, because if he's supposed to be kind of the lovable face, he's still being a self-righteous fucking prick, which spoiler alert, nobody likes.
He is Corey Graves. He just disagrees with Corey Graves. That's all it is. They're literally the same character.
Pretty much, yep. That's the entire character, and it's not great.
Do not enjoy it.
Basically, the faces would have won this match if they could get along, but they can't. Orton RKO's Bobby Roode, then turns right into a Machka kick, gets counted out, gets the 3 count for Rusev.
I like how the faces in this match are better heels than the heels in this match.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Which is sad because one of the heels is Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, and Randy Orton is the fucking face. Like, nobody cares about Randy Orton. You put as many titles on him as you want. Give him 93,000 heavyweight championships of the world. No one's gonna care.
And then Saxton, again, has to be an idiot. Well, guys, it's every man for himself at WrestleMania, and that's why this happened. And Graves just goes, this was a tag match, Saxton!
What the fuck? The boy ain't right.
Oh. Backstage segment. Rusev is going to go to Daniel Bryan, get himself added to the match. I liked Rusev selling the Jinder Mahal going, I'm going to get you front row tickets to Mania. And Rusev's like, oh my god, this is so generous, but I have something better.
I particularly like the little moment where Mahal's like, I will get you a ticket to front row and a guest, and he clearly points at Aiden English, and then Rusev turns to English and check. You can see him just mouth the word guest. What the fuck?
Then we had a little bit between Shinsuke and AJ. Shinsuke wants AJ in his corner tonight. He does not need him. He makes that quite clear. And AJ says he will be there, but it's not for Shinsuke Nakamura. He's just there to protect the dream match. Then we had Becky Lynch versus Ruby Riott. And this was not as good as I was hoping it would be, but it was okay.
Yeah, it was all right. I actually watched that this morning, and there's no real memorable spots. Just kind of it was all right.
Run of the mill. I honestly was like, this is skippable, to be honest.
Yeah, which is sad when you think these are my two favorite workers on the entire brand, at least in the women's division.
Yarp.
And I would accept Charlotte being above either of these. I just personal opinion, I like them better than Charlotte.
Racist.
It's not racist. They're all white. God damn it.
Exactly. Oh yeah. By the way, Eric, we've had multiple horrendous accusations of racism, so we figured we'd get an American on here for some diversity.
Oh, nice. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'll be a token American today.
Yeah.
Now we will get accused of tokenism.
I know. Can't help. It just, man.
Anyways, Becky wins. Becky throws the entire Riot Squad over the top rope to set herself up as the favorite for, the Battle Royal, which she probably will not win. And
correct.
Is there a colder act right now than the Riot Squad? Holy shit.
Yeah, they're called Absolution.
No, I would say Riot Squad is actually colder than Absolution. Like, Absolution managed to maintain its momentum a little bit longer and get some wins over, like, Sasha Banks.
And it got beat up by Ronda Rousey, so that's always a plus.
Hey, that's still that's a bigger spotlight than the Riot Squad right now.
Madness.
Anyways, Daniel Bryant comes out. He's one of his jobs here is to offer opportunity. And he's offering Sammy and KO the opportunity to get their jobs back in a tag match against him and Shane at Mania. This promo is pretty good. Although, I still don't really understand why, as general manager, you would put yourself in harm's way to face off. Also, if Shane McMahon was beaten up as badly as they're trying to sell it as, why the hell is he cleared for Mania?
He's not. He's in the fucking hospital.
That's what I mean, though. Like, why would you even tease the match? Be like, yeah, we're going to totally do this. Like, no, that doesn't really make any sense.
No, I don't know. I'm assuming there's ulterior plans to this. Like, he's like, oh, well, McMahon's not going to make it. So, here's my substitute partner! Maybe they're going to do that. Or they're just going to have, like, the big WrestleMania moment of Brian Bryanson here going, well, Shane's in the hospital still, and he's not going to be here, so I'm just going to kick both your asses on my own. Or if that's the easy way to get Owens and Zayn kayfabe back on the roster, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, they even later on said Shane's got a hernia from the attack and apparently unrelated diverticulitis. Like, that can kill you. You should not be wrestling at Mania.
Yeah, definitely not. Like, that's the same thing that almost took Brock out. Like, it's okay to sit out of this one.
Yeah,
it's okay. Have a seat and a lemonade. It's cool, bro.
Maybe that's why he's sweating so much.
Yeah,
maybe.
But who would they replace him with? Like, what would be your ideal replacement for Shane?
Kurt Hawkins. No.
Yeah, a debut would be great, but that's not what we're getting.
Bobby fucking Lashley.
Bobby Lashley. Good point.
I was thinking Vince. Like, just have Vince come out.
That would make sense.
That would also make sense.
Take another headbutt, Vince.
Cuss Vince.
Listen, Vince, we got this idea for Mania. You remember how you took that headbutt? You don't remember the head? Okay. We're gonna need you to go out there, and he's gonna give you a headbutt. And then, if you survive, we will put you in a home. And then I get to take over.
Maybe this is the secret plan from Triple H. I'm going to get Vince to die in the ring.
Brilliant. Oh, by the way, the card for WrestleMania, we are up to a fat 13 matches.
Oh, I called 17 by the time we're done.
That's probably not it. Over-under will be at 16.5. Mio is taking the over.
I'm taking the over.
Yeah, definitely over.
This is madness.
We got a Benjables promo here about being better athletes than Shinsuke, and Shelton's going to win tonight. Because I believe that.
Half of which is true.
And then we had a New Day cut a promo about clearing the highway to Mania of the Bludgeon Brothers and the Trash. And,
this was not a good promo.
No, not really.
No, not at all.
There were like a handful of elements that were good, but as a whole, it was pretty crap.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, and I'm still not buying. This is a mess. This is a complete mess. Because I've never bought the Usos for anything other than solid workers. I don't buy their gimmick.
No. Here's the problem. If you bought the Usos, it would not help this storyline one bit.
Fair enough.
Yeah, not at all.
But I don't buy this, like, we're the Tropical Party Boys. Oh, now we're gangsters. I'm like, you're not gangsters. You fucking suburbanites. Jesus.
Yeah.
And then we got Harper and Rowan doing an 80s gimmick, which ordinarily I'd be a big fan of, but they've done it wrong. I never thought I'd see the day where squashing jobbers was not fun. And
because it's the same match every time.
Yeah. Like I was like, does nobody realize that they were they were part of the Wyatts like maybe 6 months ago? Like, does nobody notice that?
Like, these two were feuding. Give me something. Give me we beat the hell out of each other.
Mallets. Like, they beat each other into having mallets. That's what happened.
We fucking beat each other so bad that we realized that we were just never going to win. Give me something. Give me something.
Anything to justify this.
And then we got the New Day, who I understand people find them very amusing, and sometimes they are to me too. But they run this Freebird style tag team match or tag team situation, and they lose a lot, even though they're the longest reigning tag team champion of all time. I don't remember a ton of matches during that reign, and granted, I came in late during that, but I don't know. Like, I've never had my window in on the New Day popularity thing.
I mean, the thing is that you could pick any three tag teams from your history, Byron. Basically, like you pick your three favorite tag teams of all time and give them this writing, and it would still suck. Like,
by far.
No, it wouldn't, because the Road Warriors would go into the back and go, "You wrote this for us?"
Well, no. Assuming they had to actually stick with the material.
Oh, well, that's different. Still, the Road Warriors would go out and no-sell.
Because, but that's what the Bludgeon Brothers are basically doing here. Like,
that's pretty much what they are.
They just beat up 5 dudes.
Yeah, but they keep getting jumped from behind, or like they came out during the last pay-per-view match and laid total waste, and now they can't catch a break because they keep getting jumped by one team or another. They should you should jump them from behind, and they turn around and go, "Excuse me?" and then destroy the Usos and destroy the dudes.
The problem is that, to be honest, you just said that their reaction should be "excuse me" when they get jumped. That's how it's being written as well, because you've got 5 guys running away from 2 guys.
Yeah,
I mean, to their credit, they had mallets. That's what you have to remember. They have mallets, so
there are still 5 of you. Get a fucking chair.
Get a smaller mallet and then attack them. That's all it is.
There you go. Everybody dual wield more mallets.
Or just like bring chairs. Just do kendo sticks, chairs, anything. Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, am I the only one that still doesn't understand why? And they already said this months ago that the New Day, all 3 of them can be tag team champions, but all 3 of them, which means all 3 of them can technically be in the match, but they're never all 3 in the match.
Yeah.
Like, even with the Hell in a Cell thing, they've never been in the match together. Like, all 3 of them weren't in there, and I was like, I don't understand why all 3 of them are not in there, or why isn't one person going in there and trying to, like, break this up? Like, I even as faces, it still makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't get. You know what they should do is whenever they hold titles, they should just have 3 belts, and then I don't know. They should work in some sort of trios thing where, like, you have to be. You have to at least have a 3rd guy with you to be able to beat these guys. Because if they always have the numbers advantage, no matter if they're faces or heels, they should always be able to win. And if you can't Eddie Guerrero your way out of this one, then you're fucked.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, easy. I feel like booking is way too easy and way too simple for WWE not to figure this out.
Yeah. Oh, we go on and on and on about that on a daily basis. We don't even record it. It'd be sad. Also, Mio, I want you to alert the Big Doug that we have a new gimmick. We're gonna wear like boxing robes, like B-hop style. And we're gonna carry outlandish sized wooden mallets, and we're gonna play croquet. That's gonna be our.
So we're like a cooler version of the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah. No, I don't want us to be cooler.
No,
because under the robes we'll be wearing like knee socks and.
That would still be cooler than what they're wearing.
Yeah, but I mean, like all of our promos, we're always doing like we're never in a spooky, underlit, foggy, and we're like out on some shiny grass, sipping lemonade, playing croquet with our outlandish side mallets.
And I would like the Bludgeon Brothers to be good. I would. I like Harper. I like Rowan.
Mm-hmm.
Friggin' hell, this sucks.
Yeah, I feel like your gimmick would get over before the Bludgeon Brothers do.
That's why I get paid the medium dollars.
Sami Zayn accepts Daniel Bryan's challenge over Twitter, and then we went to a Tyler Breeze versus Dolph Ziggler match. Apparently all three men are in the Battle Royale. What was with Fandango distracting his own partner?
I don't know, but I'm going to put that all on Tyler Breeze being hypnotized by the power of the pelvis.
I'm okay with that, because it makes about 100%. As much sense as any other explanation I've heard.
Power of the pelvis compels you.
Then we got the announcement that Charlotte would not be in the Mixed Match Challenge after the show. It would be either Becky, Carmella, or Lana. Go vote. I voted for Becky.
Apparently she had some oral surgery because I think she had an infected tooth or something.
Ooh.
So her whole face was swollen up like a beach ball.
Ooh.
I think
keep her away from Cesaro.
Yeah, I think it was I think it was her wisdom teeth. They actually pulled out and it was infected.
I don't know if it was that drastic, but it was definitely some sort of mouth infection that they had to go in and like excise.
Then we had Shinsuke Nakamura versus Shelton Benjamin in a classic striker versus wrestler matchup. It was okay. It was fine.
Yeah,
okay.
I would expect a 4-star match out of these two guys going at it, please. But 9.5 minutes at the end of a SmackDown, there's not a whole lot you can pull out of that.
I did like the post-match antics where, they did the promos. Nakamura told AJ that he is too emotional. That's why he'll lose. Benjables attack AJ. Nakamura sends him packing and then hits like the fake-out Kinshasa on AJ with the full theatrics and then stopping just short to go knee to face.
I'm enjoying I would like more pantomime like this. It would be all of the things that are good. You don't need to speak the language completely fluently if you can do shit like that.
I know. I have loved the entirety of the booking of this. I really have just loved Shinsuke Nakamura's "I will beat you" at WrestleMania.
Yeah, he reminds me of like the bad guy at the end of the video game that everybody loves throughout the video game, but once you get to the big boss, it's just like broken English and like very, very cool because he wears a leather jacket.
Yes,
somebody set us up the bomb.
Then we had Mixed Match Challenge. Becky Lynch won the vote, so she tagged with Bobby Roode against Finn Balor and Sasha Banks. It was kind of interesting seeing Becky try to get the Ginger Snaps thing to go with Bobby Roode, and Bobby was having none of it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, what are you doing? No, we don't do that here.
Yeah. About the only thing really good about the match is I did kind of enjoy Becky bringing up the Four Horsemen as in regards to Banks and Bayley's feud. So it's nice to see that people just aren't ignoring the Four Horsemen portion of that. So that's nice.
Sir, I think we should move beyond these sexist terms as 4-horse person, okay?
4-horse person, then. 4 HP.
Jeez. I can't believe how sexist the WWE 4-horse women, gender specific, really.
Really, and especially this day and age. God, come on, WWE. Step it up.
I'm also going to nitpick the some of the booking here. We had like 2 double down spots where the dudes were down trying to go get the tags. I'm like, this spot does not work in a mixed tag because if one of you tags the woman in, the other woman just becomes legal.
Correct.
Yep.
So, don't do that.
Do it more, actually. Double down. Double down on
the terrible booking.
Double down on the double down.
I need it to be, yes. Well, it would be funny if they actually had like a weird little caveat to that. It was like, yeah, whoever makes the tag first, something, I don't know. But do the spot for like 3 months and never explain until people are really angry at you, and then like work in some really Byron Saxton feeble bullshit thing about, if you do it, it's all about getting a jump start coming through the ropes, or I don't know what the fuck.
Because they would have all the momentum from there, okay? Especially after he tagged her in.
It's simple physics, damn it.
I have no idea what momentum means. I am Byron Saxton.
That would be the best payoff ever. Like,
this is what you need to name this episode. Byron Saxton has no idea what momentum means.
Byron Saxton has no idea what half the words he uses mean.
I'd appreciate it if you stopped using the name Byron. That would be great.
We have Saxton.
Yeah, B is fine. Brian, just give him the Danielson treatment.
Saxton Brian?
Sextington Bryanov. What a mess.
We're in the weeds at this point.
That's correct.
Anyways, this match had a kind of dumb ending because Sasha Banks tags herself in while Bobby Roode is down. And again, this is a mixed match challenge, so that means that Bobby Roode is down, ready to get pinned, and then Becky becomes legal. Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I get that this plays into Sasha Banks' prima donna shit, but why is Balor accepting this?
Because kayfabe. I don't know.
Like, there better be some serious blowjobs involved in this. Jesus Christ.
I would not be surprised.
Anyways, we end up with Becky rolling up Banks for the win, and Charlotte and Bobby Roode are going to the final.
Hooray! And I like the fact that when your boy Mushmouth came down and called her like Bosky Lunch or something, that he announced that it would be Charlotte and Bobby Roode, and she got to give a little character. We're like, oh man, I was really enjoying myself.
Yep.
That was fun.
Congratulations, Becky. You got yourself a mixed match challenge win, only to send someone else to the finals.
Correct. Story of her life.
Pretty much. Also, Corey Graves was having fun suggesting that Becky was trying to supplant Charlotte in a relationship with Bobby.
Wow.
Like,
isn't Flair and Roode, aren't they both married?
Roode is? I don't think Flair is married.
She was married. But
she was married to Bram from TNA, and they are not together anymore because Bram choked her and attacked her. Yeah,
apparently
Flair.
there was more than one physical or spousal abuse thing going on there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think Charlotte's engaged. I want to say.
Yeah,
but I don't believe she's married.
Right. But they have very obvious on-screen chemistry.
And Becky, of course, is dating Luke Saunders, UFC fighter.
Ah, very nice. Well done, Luke.
Indeed. You're a tiny man, and you've got Becky Lynch. I salute you.
Well played.
Because he's like a bantamweight. All right, take us into 205 Live, Byron. I'm going to look up Charlotte to see if she is married.
Yeah, that'd be good. Let's see. We started out with your boy Mandrews, King of the Rest Hold, versus... I have two names written down here. It's either Anthony Niceness or, for you Letterkenny fans, Tony Schneef.
Ooh.
Didn't see that coming. And if you haven't seen Letterkenny, you kind of owe it to yourself because it's pretty much the funniest thing ever on TV. Funniest thing since, if anybody likes the Trailer Park Boys and Canadian humor of that sort, Letterkenny will do the job for you. My second note here, other than my first note says, I don't buy the 150-pounder holding down Tony Schneef with rest holds. This is not credible thing.
Not in any way.
My second note, when my brain was floating around, said, how come nobody in New Japan does a quote Korakuen Rana?
I'd be down with that.
I think it'd be good. You get over with the fans. It'd have to be like a foreign face, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think, unless they've got somebody from the Korakuen Hall area that would be over. I don't know. This was a pretty good mix of different kinds of action. I enjoyed it for the most part, but it seemed to lack like a whole match continuity of psychology. It was just kind of a bunch of moves that were good. So it kind of suffered in that regard, and I entirely blame Andrews for trying to do rest holds. What the fuck?
Pretty much. That kind of goes to the point I had earlier. I don't think Tony Nese is really capable of leading a match, and then I swear they're like telling Andrews, no, you got to slow it down. You can't do all flippy stuff. You have to do rest holds periodically. Here's an easy solution if you think he's moving too fast. You have Tony Nese do the fucking rest holds.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, easiest thing ever.
Weird.
Also, according to Wikipedia, Charlotte Flair is not married. She's been divorced twice.
Oh.
She was married to some guy named Ricky Johnson, and then to the aforementioned Bram. Both of those ending in divorce.
Ricky Steamboat. So there's confirmed that we will have Mandrews versus Gulak next week, and then I'm sure I meant to write down Gulak promo, but apparently I missed a letter, so it says Gulk promo.
I'm
Same
okay
thing.
with that.
Same thing.
Yeah, so Mr. Gulk, a.k.a. Andrew Garlic, he had a little promo there, talking some shit, basically says, listen, I'm the best submission artist there is. If you step up, I'm going to twist your nuts off and dribble them home to mama. I
enjoyed him saying Mark Andrews is a tremendous high flyer. I'm like, not based on the match I just saw.
Yeah, it's rest holds and stage naps. I think that's his.
So I'm looking forward to next week when Mark Andrews does rest holds on Drew Gulak.
Gets his arm twisted off. It's a cute headlock. Oh my god! His wrist is touching the opposite ear. Why?
He has ripped Andrews' arm off and is beating him with it.
It'll be fantastic. Vic Joseph will have a field day. We had a sit-down, face-to-face interview between Schmendrick the Amazing and Mufasa Ali. Oh, wait, those aren't great names. Anyway, they started off by having soft, whispery kisses over the title belt, and they built into the cringiest fake heat, taking shots at each other thing that it was bad. It was not good. I did not enjoy it. It was... It went from like this weird awkward first date, maybe I can put my hand down your shirt thing, to yeah, well my dad could beat up your dad.
Pretty much.
So I don't get it.
Very mess. But
the only thing that kind of saved it to me was Drake Maverick's facial expressions throughout the whole thing.
Oh, Spud.
Spud in his head is going, this was a terrible idea. This is a terrible idea. Hang on, I can steal the spotlight for myself. Ta-da!
I liked it. And then looking back, he was definitely hyping up this interview in the Mandrews Anthony Nice match.
Oh, yeah.
You got it. He actually said something to the. If you miss it, then you're going to be missing all the fabric of everything we've been building to, or something like that. I'm like, that's a really weird way of saying it.
And it did not deliver.
No, but not at all. That really terrible.
Yeah, it was really, really weird. It's like, you're not going to let me kiss you? Okay, well, now I'm just going to be mad. Then we had a 4-way Fatalness of Doom between TJP, Tozawa, Kalisto, and your boy Buddy.
The worst name in all of WWE.
My first note here is Buddy Murphy is still the dumbest name for a heel. Also dubstep in 2018? Like, who's in charge around here?
What the hell was with the Kalisto Tozawa like massive heat throughout this whole match?
I don't know, because they kept bringing it up. Like, these are the two guys that were trying to calm things down between the taco truck and the fucking the ramen noodles. I was gonna say ramen truck, but I mean I just used the word truck. That's not gonna play.
Sushi Hut.
I should have said
Sushi
noodle
Hut.
bar.
You should have said noodle bar.
Dang. There were several moments of TJP twisting everybody into tiny knots, and it was glorious.
My personal favorite was when he had the leg submission hold on Tozawa, and Kalisto's chopping him and sending him down, and he's torquing on Tozawa's legs. So it's like, chop! Ah!
But the spot of the match goes to Kalisto with the tiny hip wiggle. Like, what the fuck was going on there? I'm gonna wiggle my dick at him. I don't know what the fuck that was, but it was amazing. It
was the greatest unintentional comedy of the match.
It was what was it? He had the standing Indian deathlock, and then was it an ankle lock or some shit? What was the other? I can't remember what the other move was.
It was kind of a modified sharpshooter, actually.
Okay, so he had that going on, and then Kalisto comes over and wiggles his dick at him and chops the shit out of him. And then they do some more stuff, and then TJP puts Tozawa in the gory special, and then gets the pendulum on Kalisto, and it was awesome because Kalisto threw his arms right up right away. He's like, here you go, grab arms, oh yeah.
What was even better is Tozawa's arms were clearly not held in place in any way in the course.
Yeah, not at all.
Like, what the fuck? It was a cool spot. It was a cool spot, but I think they should have had a larger person do this. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole match, which is rare for Kalisto to be involved with a match that I enjoy. He seems to be the black hole of charisma, but I guess the dick wiggle is really getting over.
I enjoyed the 4-man spot where TJP locked a surfboard on Kalisto, and Buddy Murphy comes in under Kalisto to try and steal a pin.
Oh, there we go. Need to change it to Bloody Murphy.
Ah, that would be better.
Yeah, there's a heel now.
Yep.
You're a heel now, son.
They're the problem is they're ripping off the old TNA Gunner and Murphy thing, and it's like, freaking hell, this is a terrible name. Why?
They could always just drop the buddy and just give him Murphy.
Yeah.
You're Murphy now.
Yeah, Murphy.
Figure it out.
That's better. It's still bad, but it's better.
Hey, Murph, how's it going? Yeah, I enjoy the fact that he has a move called Murphy's Law is great. So yeah,
it's a good
I agree.
move too.
Yeah, it is great. It's like a reverse Death Valley driver. It's great. I like it. I like it a lot. And yeah, they should just drop the buddy part. I don't understand. Or maybe he could be Bobby Murphy, or then he could team up with Bobby Roode.
No, but I can't imagine hearing, look at Murphy's attacking him. Murphy's attacking like what? No.
Dang it, Murph! What are you doing?
Yeah, so aside from the random booking of Tozawa and Kalisto, it was a really good match.
Exactly. That didn't make any sense because they were, and that was the other thing is they kept going, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I feel like they were legitimately questioning the writing when they were doing that.
Yeah, I think maybe they were given completely different match scripts, and then this was a legit thing as a gag. Somebody gave them each different move, like a different match script, and they're literally questioning each other the entire match. What are you doing? That would be the best.
It's really professional heat at this point.
Yeah, that would be the best rib ever. And April Fool's is pretty close, guys. Oh man!
All right, take us into NXT.
NXT, we had Mr. Tommaso Ciampa pull up at a car, get out, and literally instantly gets boos. What the fuck? Who's waiting outside to boo people getting out of cars? What the shit is this?
Well, they were waiting for Asuka to get out of her car to cheer her back in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
We got Ciampa grabs a hold of Senor Regal, which is a bad move, and starts berating him. Apparently Gargano's showing up everywhere, trying to attack the shit out of him. I heard that there's a Twitter clip that they shot of, I think Ciampa and Gargano actually still live together, so this was the easiest thing you could possibly do. And so Gargano's outside the window going, fucking come on! I'll fucking get you! And so they put that up on Twitter. I haven't watched it, but I assume that's what goes on there. And Regal's like, listen, here's the deal. we're gonna have an unsanctioned match at Takeover, and Ciampa's like, "What the fuck?"
That was
Are you
also,
kidding?
That was also
What does unsanctioned mean? That's what
Unsanctioned means basically no holds barred. No holds barred. There technically isn't a ref, but just to count the fall.
Well, it's more that like NXT. It's was done back in the day to basically as a way of like covering your ass so you can't be sued for what happens.
Yeah,
like we aren't actually sanctioning this; we're just providing the venue.
Yeah, so technically it's a no DQ, but more so than that.
I do have the chronic question that I was left with at the end of this, where I'm like, what is Ciampa wrestling for exactly? Because it's like, Gargano will be banished, but he's already fired. He's already trespassing at your house. We're aware in real life it's his house as well, but at kayfabe, he's trespassing at 3 a.m. at your house. Just get him arrested.
He's naked outside your bedroom window. Ah! You won't open the door, so open the window.
Maybe the same U.S. Marshals tried to stop Gargano that tried to stop Reigns. And we saw what happened after they got Reigns in the handcuffs. So I'm guessing Gargano, same thing.
So what you're telling me is there's a bunch of U.S. Marshals, a video of U.S. Marshals getting locked in the Gargano escape in the middle of the night.
He just fucking leg lariated the three of them, Three Stooges style, and left them in the alleyway. So Gargano wins the unsanctioned match. He's back into NXT. And that's about where that goes.
I mean, I want to be clear. I enjoy the fact that this is where the match is going, but god damn it, you couldn't have come up with a storyline to make this work?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still happy that it's happening.
Yeah.
You got Regal standing there looking like, oh, well, we can't have this unsavory behavior, so I'm going to reward it by giving him a chance to get his job back.
Exactly. We got followed that up with another Regal promo in the ring. He has announced that they will have a North American Championship, the title. And then
also hints that probably we'll get more coming in the future, because he was talking about how in multiple regions we need like the UK title, we need a bunch of like, you know,
so we have like a South American title, an Asian title.
Yeah, like I think we'll get Australian title, Asian title. Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Buddy Murphy, Australian champion confirmed.
Or one of the TM61 guys.
That's also true. Yeah, they'll probably break them up because they're a fucking awesome tag team. They'll break them up right away for a title on that one. And then Trouble arrives. We had EC3. I'm a little confused because I haven't watched a ton of TNA, and I'm not massively familiar with Ethan Carter the 14th. I'm more of a Derek Bateman guy, if I'm honest. Because chicks and America.
You mean the great city of Tulsa, Oklahoma?
Correct. So when I've watched him in TNA, he's very, very sullen and withdrawn and vaguely pissed off. And he's pretty gregarious in a weird way that I'm not used to at all. And I don't know if this is something that he's usually like, and I've just been watching select weird stuff, or what's going on here with his character.
Well, I think they're kind of merging the Ethan Carter character with the Derek Bateman character in a way, because this, like, the way he walked down to the ring, and you know, the 1% stuff and all that. That's Ethan Carter all the way.
I feel like this is the only time where people will chant 1% and be okay with it.
Yeah. But like the rest of the promo was like Derek Bateman all the way.
Yeah.
I have a note here that says, not sold on the theme song, but he sure seems to like it.
I think he's just absolutely enjoying himself beyond what he's ever enjoyed himself before.
That's probably true. There was, like you said, there was a 1% chant. There was an EC3 chant. They followed that up with an NX3. All kinds of good stuff. All kinds of good stuff happening there. His basic promo is like, listen, you've done all of these things. You're paying me a lot of money. You rolled out the red carpet. And now you're just going to give me a title? I mean, you really shouldn't have. And he's like, well, I didn't. Again, the weird part here is that he's like, listen, it's going to be, you know, you have to earn your shit here at NXT. And he's like, oh, that's fair. I'm like, what do you mean that's fair? Aren't you supposed to be a heel?
I'm not really sure what he's supposed to be.
I don't know either.
The announcers before this whole thing were treating it like he was, treating him basically like he's going to be Ethan Carter character, thinks he's better than everyone, etc. And then like none of the promo was like that.
Well, it was though. It was they started chanting, "You deserve it." He's like, "Oh yes, well clearly I do." Yeah, he's
but
totally
it's in a goofy way though. I was like, this is kind of goofy.
I don't understand. Like, if this is a face thing, I'm down. Like this would essentially be my personality. Like, you deserve it. Well, clearly, yes, I know. Thank you. How are you? My usual response when someone's like, "Hey, how's it going?" Or "How are you today?" I'm like, "Well, I'm very attractive." And yourself? This is basically me, and it's really weird to see on TV. And he's being very reasonable. He's like, "This is going to be a 6-man ladder match." He's like, "Shit, 5 other guys. Oh wow, impressive." I was like, where is this going? I don't understand.
I was so confused.
I'm happy. Like I could watch this. I just need to know that he's not going to be like, this is not supposed to be him being a dastardly heel, or like, just be clear that we are pushing this as the face, the arrogant guy who's clearly, believes himself better than everyone else. He's kind of like the face Adam Cole.
Yeah.
And it was weird at one point because he was like, I don't care if you line up 5 or 10. So I'm like, is this supposed to be the serious part? And then it got funny again. So I'm like, I can't tell what his character's supposed to be. Is he supposed to be is he supposed to be like a snake in the grass, or is he supposed to just be really goofy? And this whole thing is just going to be Derek Bateman all over again.
I don't know. I'm interested to see where it's going. That. Yeah. And then Chicks in America.
In Tulsa, Oklahoma.
In Tulsa, Oklahoma. Dude, when they have a show in Tulsa, Oklahoma, can you take over Oklahoma? It'd be great. We had the TM61 promo that got interrupted by a little scrappy between Moon and Shayna. This was fucking stupid. They're confronting each other. It's very brief, very shaky cam. They're confronting each other, and Moon says to Shayna, "Back down!" and pushes her, which, let me think. Shayna's probably just going to agree and walk away peacefully, right?
That's totally something that would happen.
What the fuck?
Sense by far.
This is I'm still hesitant on Ember Moon about a lot of things, and these very simple, short, easy, like, instead of back down, really? I've seen, have you never watched the movie Never Back Down? Come on. Just like, you could have said anything else, like, shut up and push her, and then a brawl starts. Or, fuck you! And you can't really do that on NXT, but you
throw a bitch in there.
Roll it back down. Just back down.
Like, yeah, that's clearly going to happen. Clearly. Like, I'm just going to punch a bull in the nose and go back down and see what happens. Jeebus. So, yeah, my note on this is Moon orders Shayna to back down? LOL? Brawl. Why did they bother with this? I would have much rather had a TM61 promo.
Much more, because it's not like this is an underbuilt feud or anything. This is the most built feud in the company.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, why did they bother? I'm going to watch the match. The match is the thing I'm looking forward to, weirdly enough.
No, back down, Byron. Back down.
Back down. Tranquilo. That's what she should have said. Tranquilo. Shove her. Oh, man. We then follow that up with the Authors of Pain against the Streetwalkers. I mean, the Street something.
Street Profits. I hate the name. I hate the gimmick. I hate both of them.
Thank you.
Fucking terrible.
I fucking don't. They're actually showing personality. Last week, I'm fully prepared to turn the corner on these guys, because up until last week when they had the match, or is it the week before when they had the match against Heavy Machinery, who I love, they were just a cookie cutter piece of shit gimmick with two guys that have average ability in the ring, and I've said it a couple of different times that anybody with 2 weeks training can do what they do in the ring. And anybody with 2 weeks training can do what they do to try and get over. So I don't get where people are. I don't understand why they're popular at all. But after the match with Heavy Machinery, they actually did a bunch of character work during the match, and after the match, they sold really well. Like, holy fuck, we barely escaped with our goddamn lives. Jesus Christ, let's get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. And so I was really impressed with that. I really would like to enjoy them, but then they do kind of stuff like this again, and I enjoyed the first little...
I was tremendously confused by this whole match.
Yeah, me too. I have a couple of notes here. It's like, weirdly booked. I'm sure this was supposed to make everyone look strong, and it really did not. I liked the first bit because Ford was out there and he's, trying to be like establish himself like, I'm a bad motherfucker and you shut your mouth. And then the other guy, I can't remember which one it was. It was Akam. Akam Breakum Heart. He's gonna have an awesome quality country singer gimmick later in his career. So Akam Breakum Heart is like shoves him and goes off in, I don't know, Puerto Rican or something. No, he's not talking fast enough.
Albanian.
Is he the Albanian? I thought the other guy was the Albanian.
Netherlands.
I'll look it up. Well, but he's not Dutch. Like, he's from the Netherlands, but he's not Dutch.
Yeah. So, yeah, Akam's from somewhere. I want to say he's Middle Eastern.
Akam and Rezar. All right. Akam
I'm pretty sure.
is Canadian, actually.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Judging by his last name, I'm going to go Indian descent, actually.
That would make sense. So he's probably hollering at the guy in Punjabi.
And the other guy is from the Netherlands, but the last name is very much Albanian.
Yeah, that's the Albanian psychopath. That is his legit MMA nickname. So Rezar or Akam was, I believe, hollering at him in Punjabi, or if there's another dialect I'm not familiar with, don't be surprised. And then Ford's like, fuck this shit, and tags out.
Tags in Dawkins.
I enjoyed that, because he stopped, he's like, nope, tag.
And it was awesome that the commentators clearly didn't know what to do with that either. First he's like, oh, he's got to show him who's boss now. What the hell?
That's fuck that shit. But then, like, Dawson, or is it Dawson? Dawkins.
Dawkins.
So Dawkins comes in, and he's just doing kind of average-ass moves again. These are, again, you get 2 weeks training, you can do these moves. And how am I supposed to buy that he's going over on AOP with basic technology?
The other
terrible gimmick.
The biggest problem I had with this match, honestly, is I think literally like maybe a month ago, we saw AOP squash the Street Profits.
Yeah.
So there was no reason to buy that this was going to be competitive.
And then they ended up squashing him anyway. So to paraphrase Rick Sanchez, this is just a squash match with extra steps.
Yeah. And Paul Ellering getting chased up the ramp for some reason.
Yeah.
Because he tried to hand him a cup of something. I'm just like, this is so stupid.
So date rape is okay? Is that what I'm getting at this?
Actually I'm enjoying the fact that he's finally working it into some sort of character thing. It's at least it's not some douchebag moron Red Solo Cup horseshit.
But it's I am so psychotic that you refuse to drink from my cup, and now I'm gonna chase you, old man.
Yeah, but I also really love the fact that last week Dozovich drank it. He was just like, nah, oh yeah, and he like gets all revved up. I enjoy that shit. But
the best part of the commentators going, and no one knows what's in his cup. And I was like, okay, I get it.
That's what I said. I'm like, so date rape is an okay thing. That's what I'm getting from this.
He chased old men
with black Solo cups.
Are we suggesting that Montez Ford wanted to make a move on Paul Ellering? Is that what we're doing?
I am hereby suggesting just that. So yeah, it was just kind of weird. This is, again, a squash match with extra steps. And as a final note on the match, Montez Ford is clearly cycling his fucking steroids badly. Dude has giant nipples. He's got not the worst case of gyno I've ever seen, but it's really obvious.
and don't get the camera close up on his back.
Oh, gee, I don't even.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even look.
Nasty.
Damn nasty. We had this is the second or third in a series of Regal promos brought to you by the Light FM. So Regal says that your boy Adam Cole Bebe is in the North American title match, and then your boy Rick Dream shows up and goes woo for no reason. I'm still not. I'm really
I was going
losing
to go with
patience.
Prince Rude, but yeah, that works.
Yeah, I'm really losing patience with this guy ripping off all of the gimmicks, and I just want him to be his own version of something. I don't want him to be Prince Iaukea and Prince and whoever else he's supposed to be, and Macho Man Randy Savage, and now he's doing the Flair woo for no reason. I just want him to be his own thing. And also stop sticking your ass way out when you do the weird twirl thing. That's just weird.
It's a bit weird.
He gotta make it work. If Kalisto can do the dick wiggle, he gotta stick that ass out.
That's fair enough.
This does seem more likely to get over than Callisto's dick wiggle. Yet
I don't
Callisto's
know,
dick
man.
wiggle's over already.
Pretty exciting. That dick wiggle's pretty dynamic. Basically, so Adam Cole's in the match, then Dream talks his way into the match, so we got some more guys in the 6-man ladder match. And I have a brief note here going, why does NXT always have so many tiny, tiny promos and commercials? I don't know why is that happening? They have the same amount of...
I get having commercials on, like, to be clear, I get having commercials on your network program, because you can sell that off and, make some money. I get that. My problem is the timing of shit, because, like, they'll interrupt their own network matches for commercials.
Yeah.
And what the hell is that?
Do they get extra money for that? Maybe?
I think so. They have to.
Otherwise, there's no fucking point.
Well, we've established this company does a lot of things that make no sense. So.
That's correct. What's the worst way we could do this? Well, Vince, we could job Bailey out so she's useless and doesn't make us any money. Perfect!
And add an extra commercial.
We could add a commercial into a 30-second squash match.
Yeah. Fuck. We had a match between your boy Large Sullivan and somebody named Long John Silver or something.
John Silver, such a jobber name.
No one think of Long John Silver at all. Like I was thinking that the entire match.
He's a short guy. Long John would be awesome. Well, I don't know how short. Large Sullivan is large guy. I noticed right away that Sullivan is not wearing the knee brace anymore. So
I noticed that as well, yeah. I'm
wondering if that had something to do with why he's been off TV since like fucking early January. So maybe there was a little finalized surgery or something, and they just didn't want to publicize it, or I have no idea. Or maybe just nobody asked but me. One note here that says, this dude's going to have to change his name to Butternut because he just got squashed. I am hilarious like that. There's a diving headbutt from Lars Sullivan, which made me kind of freak out, but also kind of mark out. I'm not sure how to feel about that. And during his aftermatch thing, he was flexing like a motherfucker, and he is getting more and more jacked all the time. It's pretty interesting to watch.
Vince, look at my muscles. You know you want to make me a project.
Vince, I'm large and sweaty.
Next world champ. What
if he gets to be Braun Strowman's mystery partner? Is there a thing on the planet that could stop them?
I am down with this.
The New Day.
Yeah.
Somehow the New Day, yeah.
Yeah. That would be, you know what? I want something like that. I always wanted like the Big Show, because they did the Big Show and the Undertaker as a team for a while, and they've done the Brothers of Destruction.
Which easily led to my favorite Undertaker promo of all time. Yeah. Oh.
But like they've done things like that in the past, but they've never really let those giant monster teams really run with it. Like, easily one of those teams should be your longest reigning tag champions of all time. In, like, a real sense of who's going to fuck with them. Who's even going to bother fucking with them. So, I want a team like that. Like, your Lars Sullivan and Braun Strowman. And not only that, but I want to have, like, a whole month where one of them doesn't even get in the ring. Like, okay, this month, Lars Sullivan's going to wreck everybody on the other team and get the pin and win, and Braun's just going to stand on the outside. And next month, Braun Strowman's going to do the same thing.
Or they switch it off week to week. Like, or, you know what? I'll go in this, or somebody do a blind tag and like get out, and Braun to like finish the match with these hands.
Or they could just rock, paper, scissors before every match. Like, I got this.
I could totally get behind the Dreader Tatum Simpsons bit with Dreader Tatum is taking a timeout from the match to talk with a screenwriter at ringside. That's what Braun will be doing while Lars is kicking the crap out of the other team.
Yeah, well, you'd have Lars Sullivan just sitting at ringside reading like War and Peace.
Or I'd throw like some kind of weird self-help book, like How to Make Friends and Influence People or something.
Or Braun, or if they ask Braun why didn't he get in the ring, he says he's resting these hands for next week.
Gotta keep these hands fresh.
So after that match, we had another Regal. We had the 14th of a series of 97 Regal promos.
I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this, sunshine.
So he announces that Lars Sullivan is in the North American title match, as well as your boy Killian Dane, because Lars Sullivan wants to fight Killian Dane, and Regal's like, well, he's going to be in that match. But if you want to fight him, you can do it next week. Which, to me, doesn't, again, make a ton of sense. But it also makes a lot of sense if neither of these guys are going to win. Because if they tear each other to shreds next week, then it makes more sense that, neither of them will win the match. So I guess that works.
Yeah.
And then we were going to have a Dakota Kai match, only not so much. Because a pack of llamas attacked Tyler Black in the... Oh, no, not Tyler Black. It was a pack of llamas were attacking Aleister Black.
I enjoyed the trying to drown him in a cooler bit.
That was good.
Like he was trying to choke him, and he was grabbing out like a bottle of water, like trying to like splash it on.
Selena Vega apparently doesn't know any words in English anymore, and it could only say like things like "get him" and "this is what you get." Get him. This is what you get. Get him.
In fairness, that's the street lingo.
I guess. And my final note on the whole shenanigans after already seeing llamas beat the crap out of Tyler Black for... no, it's not Tyler Black, is it? It's Dave Black?
Something. Stop insulting Aleister.
Tyler Black, yeah.
Yeah. It's in my head now. I don't think it's leaving.
God, we got a Zack Sabre Jr. Will Ospreay problem here.
It's going to be... and it's not even going to be... I'm going to probably say Tyler Black fully with... Aleister Black's face in my mind, and it's just going to slip out. And so, yeah, my final note on this, after already seeing llamas has beat the crap out of the guy for, I don't know, like 5 minutes, is, Jesus Christ, Dakota Kai can't catch a break. How rude.
Yeah, pretty much. My personal highlight of this was the staff backstage as Black getting his ass kicked, because the looks on their face was like either completely they know this is going to happen, or this happens so much that they don't really have a reaction.
Yeah. Like they were just walking past, like, oh, you want a cup of coffee? You want a cup of coffee? Let's go to caterer. Like they're fighting.
Yeah, there's a seamstress like doing some work, and she just gets up and like no expression on her face, like just getting out of the way, like, oh, this again.
She got out of the way and then sat back down and kept working.
I know.
Like, all right, they're still fighting that always. She's still doing her job. But
somebody walk. You know what would be great? It was a little sidebar, like go away from the action to that person and have like the new assistant was like, "Oh my god, do you see that?" It's like, that's nothing. You should have been here for the last woman standing match. That was some shit.
I'd be down with that.
Because that match was awesome.
That was awesome.
We finalized the evening, sort of, with ya boys, the team of Done Get It Strong, against Sanity. And holy shit. I enjoyed all of this. I enjoyed it from the outset of Pete Dunne getting in the ring and holding up his belt, and Alexander Wolf just gives him this tiny wave, like, hey! That's cool belt, y'all. It was fantastic. I love that. That alone sold me on the match.
The belt turned Alexander Wolf into a redneck from a German.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems very nice. It was crafted in Austria, yes? I enjoyed Drake Younger. Almost said Eli Drake because I only wrote down Drake. Drake Younger was having none of the shenanigans. You are not fucking around in this match.
I need more of that. I need stronger language from Drake Younger.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm still standing with my Drake Younger as the most bored ref during a no DQ or street fight or hardcore match. I don't know. I sent you my little script for that. Did I ever go over it on the podcast?
We've gone sort of over it, but it's basically just playing off of Drake Younger being a death match wrestler. And it should just be him sipping tea or something in the middle of the match going, "That's cute."
Yeah. No, I have a very specific, for the first time it happens, I have a very specific set of circumstances. Because I want the heel to go outside and grab a chair during this hardcore match and get in the ring and hold it up and just I'm gonna smash the shit out of you. And then Drake Younger grabs the chair as the referee, and the whole crowd and the heel go "What the fuck? What are you doing? This is a hardcore match. You can't just take my weapons away." And then he just no-sells that, unfolds the chair, puts it in the corner, sits down, and starts dicking with his phone. And then the wrestlers are "What are you doing?" He's nah, go back to the thing. And then he just spends the whole match dicking around with his phone, surfing Imager or whatever. And then occasionally he'll look up and go, "Oh, they're still fighting." Or he'll look up just as a big spot's going to happen, and he'll go, I've seen it, and then go back to his phone, and then he'll count the pin, and then wander to the back, still dicking with his phone.
I need this to happen. I need it to be a thing.
And then they'll be "What the fuck?" And then Regal will be "Drake, what the fuck?" He's "Oh, I'm just bored, man. I mean, you know me," and he's "Yeah, I know." And then people will start doing research and go, "Oh shit, Drake Younger was oh shit, oh CZW, oh shit."
Multi-time Tournament of Death participant, multi-time winner, Tournament of Death, Cage of Death participant.
Exactly. It's that's cute. You don't even have a weed whacker. I ain't seeing shit.
May in fact have lost both a nipple and an ear during a match.
In the same match, right?
No, it was different matches, but still.
Oh.
So, yeah, I enjoyed that, and I want more of Drake being that. I enjoyed also the fact that does he use a different name?
I think he goes by his given last name. I think he goes Drake Wirtz is his ref name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because Gargano legit called him Drake during the whole signing the paperwork promo. And I marked out huge. "Oh my god, he called him Drake on TV!" So I was hoping that would be he could become the Pee Wee Moore of NXT.
The Shane Sewell, Pee Wee Moore, Rick Knox, super ref.
We will come off the top rope if you fuck around in our matches. So I enjoyed that. Alexander Wolf hit the best German suplex ever. Surprise, surprise.
It would make sense. He is German.
Yeah, it's not to stereotype somebody, but holy fuck, that was a good German. Which is the best kind of German.
The best kind of German is a good German.
And yeah, there was just a bunch of awesome stuff happening. We had at least one backbreaker that made me go, "Oh shit, I think that guy's dead."
I will say that this match actually probably rose the stock of Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan a lot, because maybe I'm alone on this, but I thought the Lorcan Burch match with Dunn and Strong was actually better than this one.
Yeah, I would go on that.
That's pretty impressive when you consider this has got Eric Young and Alexander Wolf, one of your top tag teams in it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I mean, you light a fire under Lorcan's butt and people start eating their own teeth. So it's that's always a good time. And then they capped it off with a double team bitter end, and I marked out like a motherfucker. Yeah. It's it wasn't the smoothest in the world, but I see what you're going on, where you're going on that one, and I like it. And then there was even a fist bump. I have a note here, and just before they cut to the back, there was an actual fist bump from Pete Dunne to another human being. And my final note says, "Someone call the police. It's clearly something wrong."
Someone has drugged Pete Dunne repetitively.
It was, the whole match was good, and then the finish was awesome, And intersprinkled within there was a bunch of really good stuff. So I would recommend just watching the shit out of this match. And then, unless you folks have some different opinions on that.
Nope, it's great.
Yeah.
Nah, I think anything with Roderick Strong is always going to be a plus for me.
That's a quality investment.
I can think of some things from TNA that were bad with Roderick Strong, but that's
fair.
That doesn't count. Anything from TNA doesn't count.
That's a huge statement on that company.
Yeah. Then we cut to the back for promo 97 of 3002 with Mr. Steven Regal, a.k.a. William Regal, a.k.a.
Still don't hate it.
A.k.a. Very Regal.
Oh,
that's a good one.
I was going to go with Barry Regal.
Hey, I'm very supportive. We had the interview bot knock on the door, like, Mr. Regal, you tell us who the last guy is? Like, hold on, he's right here. And then Ricardo O'Shea, everybody's favorite Irishman, from North Carolina, is it?
I think so.
So Ricochet comes out and is like, hey, how's it going? And gives her a wink and then walks off. And the whole fucking crowd goes, Ricochet! Ricochet! And then the whole building collapsed.
Please, God, use his name.
Oh, yeah. No, they're calling him Ricochet.
Thank God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, that finalizes that match. We're going to have Adam Cole, Bebe, Trouble, EC3, Killian Dane, who didn't get any was not even there that night, Large Sullivan, Ricochet, and the Velveteen Rabbit. So I'm predicting Ricochet, but wouldn't be surprised if it was EC3.
I'm going to go with EC3 to win that match.
I'm going to go with Velveteen Dream to win that match.
I will say that I think it's very interesting that I feel like any of these people could win the match. The only one I see is Far-Fetched be Killian Dane.
Actually, I think the Far-Fetched one would be Adam Cole.
I was going to say Lars Sullivan.
Well, Lars, I assume we're going to get like a brutal match with Killian that kind of gives him the excuse for not winning.
Yeah, and then they'll go after each other again during the six-man.
Yeah.
But like you could totally have Lars win this match as well. And I think you could have Adam Cole win it. I think you would just have to have Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly lend a hand.
There's a problem because he's also in the tag match that night.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
I mean, I admire... This is going to sound weird, but I'm going to say it anyway. I admire the balls on Adam Cole. He's going to be in 2 title matches in 1 takeover. Ain't nobody does that. So, I mean, impressive. Most impressive.
Is he?
What if he wins both?
I'm fine with it.
I have all the gold. Adam Gold, baby!
Yes. Yeah. So, hey, if he wins both matches, awesome. Totally down with that. But, it's gonna be weird. So, it's gonna be... to run down the TakeOver card as it stands now, we're going to have your boy Johnny Guatemala against Tommaso the Ciampa in the unsanctioned fight. We're going to have the 6-man for the title. We're going to have the 3-way dance. What's with all the 3-way dances for the tag titles in everything? You got your Undisputed versus the AOP versus Strong and Done. Sounds like a country band. We're going to have Ember Moon against Shayna Baszler for the women's title. And then we're going to have Already Seeing Llamas versus Aleister Black. So that's going to be TakeOver. I wouldn't be surprised if they added one more match to that.
Yeah, what could we see? They usually add Cassius Ohno against somebody just randomly.
Yeah, that's true.
So we'll probably get that. Not sure against whom.
Oh, you know what? That would have been a better fit. Why didn't they put Ohno in the match instead of Adam Cole?
Because Ohno has to lose at all times for no reason.
He could lose the ladder match.
Totally lose that, yeah.
No, but I mean, he has to lose. You have to get behind him, and then he has to lose. Like, everybody likes Cassius Ohno, but he has to lose one-on-one to everybody. And
I guess maybe. So.
Yeah, if I may quote the CZW crowd here for a moment, fuck you, hero.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, so they've written this up weird. I think... No, that doesn't make any sense either. So are they not going to do... They're going to apparently do the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Classic at TakeOver? and then have a match, or is the finals going to be the match for the title?
It's a triple threat match for the. According to the one that I got here, it's a triple threat match for the NXT Tag Team Championship and the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Trophy.
So does that mean that Undisputed could walk out with the North American title, the Undisputed, or the tag titles, and the Dusty Rhodes Trophy?
True.
Okay.
Adam Gold, baby.
All right. It's kind of a mess, but as long as it tastes good.
Why do I have suddenly have the picture of Adam Cole brandishing a kendo stick and going, "You're so stupid."
I would totally do that. It's a ladder match. There's no DQ there.
I'm with that.
It sounds like all of the things that are good.
So NXT pretty good. The rest of it was mediocre. Mediocre, we'll put it that way.
Yeah. There's your traditional 5 hours of TV programming was I didn't, and then 205 was good and NXT was way better.
Also, I need to take a dump on the Mixed Match Challenge final here. We're getting Charlotte and Asuka before Mania, the Mixed Match Challenge, guys.
Yeah, way to give away your shit for free on Facebook. Facebook, no less. Facebook, son of a bitch.
Even Facebook needs these hands.
Apparently.
Which, again, if they ever do the Mixed Match Challenge again, I enjoyed it. I want to make that clear. I enjoyed it. But you don't utilize your big talent. Don't.
Hold on. I got the promo right here. You ready? Yeah. Facebook, you're going to get these thumbs.
But yeah, just in general, let the lower down talent have the Mixed Match Challenge. It makes it more unpredictable as to who's going to win. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to guard people. You couldn't pin Asuka. You couldn't pin any of the champions you put in there for some stupid reason. You couldn't pin Braun. So, what the hell was this?
Yeah, I don't understand. And quite literally, neither do they. So, that's where we are.
And you got so much good stuff from some of the lower down stuff. The Rusevs were fantastic. Gold Rose was fantastic.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed...
Ravishing Rusev Day.
I really enjoyed the Ginger Snaps.
Ravishing Rusev Day. OP, please nerf. No, wait, don't do that.
Please.
Please buff. Please buff.
Indeed.
Increase push 1,000%. That's all I got for this week. You guys got anything you want to send us off on?
That's about... Well, they didn't name anything after a pimp this week, so that's good.
True. Oh, yeah, they're not calling it the Move of Battle Royal anymore.
Yeah, it's just the... hold on. Yeah, it's the women's
Battle Royal.
WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, because that sounds great. So far, official participants in the women's is Sasha Banks, Becky, Broski Lunch, I believe is how it's pronounced. Liv Morgan, Naomi, Natalya, Ruby Riott, Sarah, Logan, Lana, and Bayley. So we got 2 Raws and 1 million people from SmackDown. So that'll be fun.
You have anything you want to add, Eric?
Can we please, before we go, can we talk about how the New Orleans Athletic Commission is trying to ban most of the moves from any of the indie shows minus ROH? I'm guessing Impact might be doing an event there, and WWE, they're the only ones that can do, punches, power bombs, power drivers, anything off the top rope. Anything that has to do with wrestling other than the holds.
Yeah.
They can't do.
Yeah, apparently they had somebody die at some point, and they just went full craziness and banned everything. Unless you're... I can't remember what the term is. Unless you're some sort of major league promotion, and then you're totally exempt.
Unless you're WWE and now ROH, because they're no longer considered an indie to that athletic commission.
Yeah, but everybody else, like Progress, Brain, why have you done this to me? Why have you not let me remember
Progress,
things?
actually, I think they're okay because they had something with WWE at one point. So they're okay. But everybody else is nothing. And there's apparently 50 wrestling-related events from Monday until Sunday. So I don't know what's going to happen with any of those.
I don't know. I've heard some talk that shows are just going to run what they want anyway, and there's no way. There's so many shows that there's no way that they're all going to get busted. So some shows are just going to risk it and go. And other than that, yeah, I don't know how you enforce something like this. Do you have
What is
monitors
Willow Spray
sitting in
going to do? Yep. What is Willow Spray going to do? How is he going to wrestle?
Yeah,
He can't do
you know what?
any flippity flip shit.
Can I sign up and get that job? And I will take any amount of money to look the other way. Is that cool?
$5.
You're gonna send me to indie wrestling shows as a hall monitor. You're gonna pay me to do that. You're gonna pay me to attend indie wrestling shows? Cool, I'll take that money. Oh wait, you have Will Ospreay on the card. We've got a number of these rules here, sir. Oh, that's a nice looking envelope. I'll take that.
It's a lovely looking Halliburton. I accept this offer.
I will take that. Free popcorn. Free popcorn.
Yeah.
I'm busy eating.
Mr. Byron, have you ever seen $10,000? Probably in the movies, but I assure you, something is lost in the translation.
I would take. All right. Where's my? I need to get a passport. I can't get one by the weekend. Damn it. I want to be a hall monitor. I will take bribes. I swear.
I have unimpeachable character.
Sir, I believe that's impeachable. No. The other way. The other thing. So yeah, that's fucked up. I don't understand that at all. Let's get with it's 2018, people. Let's get with the program.
We can just have chops for all of those events. They can just chop each other into someone.
Yes.
I feel like that would make an amazing show.
I mean,
welcome to Rev Pro Chops and Chinlocks, baby.
I mean, if it's Dragon Lee and the Time Bomb, hell yes.
You can watch that for a while.
60 minutes of chops.
Have you ever watched Joe versus Kenta Kobashi? Because that had some chops.
Chops might have been a big part of that match, like 85%.
Jesus, man. You can't watch that match without eventually having an emotional response. Like, no, please, not anymore.
No more chops,
no
please.
more. I don't want to see the bad man get hurt. Oh my god. I gotta go find that match at some point. I think that brings to a conclusion all things that were wrestling in the Wobbly Wobbly Bee. I think Mio and I are going to be watching some New Japan in the near future.
Yes.
And Eric, if you're more than welcome to accompany us in the journey to New Japan greatness, should you desire.
Yeah, I'm definitely on it. I'll be right with you guys.
Excellent.
We got a couple people who are asking if they can be a guest on our podcast, including the Big Doug.
Oh, the Big Doug is more than welcome. Everybody else is banned.
It's a little harsh.
Well, I mean, I did say I would take bribes. And the Big Doug, he has no choice but to book me in everything because I am truly excellent.
He already books us in everything, sorry.
I know. Anybody not familiar, Mio's friend Doug, Mike and a variety of people have coded up a simulated wrestling program, which you plug in parameters and it spits out shows, and you get all kinds of awesomeness because you're booked in shows. And how many titles we got right now?
Right now, we are the ROH Trios Champions, and we are the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
And is our partner in ROH a serious competitor?
It's Rocky Romero.
Oh, not a serious competitor then. I'm fine with it. Is he doing the Black Tiger mask thing or just regular Rocky?
No, this is our Roppongi XL Ice gimmick.
Oh yeah, the mistranslated weirdness from Japan. I love it.
Byron is the XL, I am the Ice, and Rocky is the Roppongi.
Correct. So, if we ever start talking about Doug or the Big Doug and or things that don't make sense, it's because it's simulated and it's a fantasy world we live in, which oftentimes is the best.
We did have a pretty good promo when we brought out Rocky Romero as our partner. We were we were talking about how some friends are for a short time, some friends are for a little or medium time, some friends are for a long time, and some friends are forever. At which point Romero came out. Well, actually, you added in after I said forever. You'd like, and you could say, Kozlov, this is for you, buddy.
Did you tell them about my idea for a AAA heel gimmick?
Yes, I did.
My idea was like, so I'm watching. Anybody who doesn't know, AAA is streaming on Twitch 24/7. You can watch AAA wrestling from Mexico all damn day, every damn day on Twitch right now. So I have been watching some AAA, and I have noticed that they all come down to very popular songs. Dr. Wagner Jr. comes down to Bad Medicine by Bon Jovi. We got one guy who comes down to Cowboys from Hell by Pantera. I could go on and on and on. Like, they are using all forms of popular music. And I don't think they're paying royalties at all. La Parka. Everybody loves La Parka. Comes down to Thriller by Michael Jackson and has done so for decades. I don't think they're paying anybody for the use of these things.
Probably not.
So my idea for a heel gimmick is to go to AAA, and the easy heat is to not speak Spanish, or if you're in Japan, don't speak Japanese. So I would not be speaking Spanish, but I would be reworking and parodying their theme songs and then singing them back, the parodied versions, to just like insult them. Like, I would be one part Elias, but mostly not sucky. And so I would just be like, I'd be like Weird Al meets Elias, and then like just mocking them via parodies, and then beating them up.
I think we would not do that until he gets bored of our current Mexican gimmick, which is Octahedron Senior and Octahedron Junior.
Nice. Do we have masks?
Yes.
Excellent.
Why am I not a part of this? I feel like I
don't know.
be a part of this.
Call the Big Doug. We got a new
call
partner.
the Big Doug.
Last week I suddenly decided to start calling Doug the Big Doug because it's just fucking funny.
He's also much smaller than you, so it's actually more.
I know. Hey, big guy. Yeah.
He's like 5'11", 200 pounds.
We need to get Eric booked. I see him as kind of a Willie Mack type character.
I could dig that. Yeah.
It would be fun times.
And I want to be a heel. I want to be a heel from the jump. I need a gimmick. I need a gimmick where I don't do anything. And Byron Saxton has to tell everybody that all the momentum is behind me.
No. I have your heel gimmick. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, okay.
I'm ready for this. Let's hear it.
You are called Momentum, and your manager is Byron Saxton.
No, not just Momentum. El Momentum.
El Momentum.
El Momentum with your manager Byron Saxton.
That'd be the best. That would be clearly the best. And you have a mask that doesn't really conceal your identity at all.
And then when I attack somebody from behind, Byron Saxton grabs somebody else. The momentum is behind you.
That would be the best. Oh, God. I don't think we're going to top that. I think we should just... I think the episode will end here now.
Yes.
While we have the momentum.
All right, tune in next week when we may have a special guest. We may not. I don't know. Nothing is set in stone right now.
Pick your poison here on the Squared Circle Jerks.
And until then, get off of Byron's lawn. And Byron Saxton doesn't know what momentum means.
Correct. Try and find out what momentum is and matriculate your way off my lawn.